All right. I'm ready when y'all are.
All right, I am all set. So we're up and going.
Yep.
All right. So there's no like housekeeping I have to do, so we'll just jump right in.
Uh, your XP from last session, I think some folks closed before, or
Oh, that's what.
exited the game before they were done.
Yeah, I forget how much I gave everybody. I mean, somebody should have it.
I know it's on my sheet. Da, 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 da.
Oh, 65.
Yeah, that.
I just happened to look over. I'm like, oh, I did write it down. Cool. All right. So if you haven't added 65 XP to your sheets, go right ahead and do so. All right. So last time we rejoined the party as they awake at the Salvation Hotel, following their exploration. Oh, cool. Thank you. Exploration of Salvation Outpost the previous evening. As the first to awaken, Melody takes it upon herself to visit the nearby provisioner to purchase some thieves' tools, strongly suspecting their necessity in the near future. The party gathers at the Grey Beyond Tavern where they partake of a poor though adequate meal. As they discuss their next moves, they overhear a conversation between some patrons regarding the Emerald Claw, a rogue faction out of Karnak, and rumors that the sect may be operating in the area. Killian, however, expresses his intention on learning the identity of the W individual mentioned in the note on Zodor's desk. There is some concern about just showing up on Zodor's doorstep asking questions, so the idea is shelved for the moment, and attention is instead shifted to the other job postings tonight. The party splits up for a time, with Killian and Astrid visiting the salvage market, where they make contact with a goblin named Bellalure, who explains that she needs a team to search for a missing scout in her employ. The scout, another goblin by the name of Gorunda, had entered the Mournland to find lightning rail depots that may have items worthy of salvage. However, the scout should have been back several days ago, but as yet has not returned. Killian agrees to keep an eye out for the scout on their travels. Meanwhile, the rest of the party has made their way over to Zordor's office, where they find Zodor receiving visitors. Once they are granted entrance, they ask Zodor in a roundabout way about the stolen relic from the chapel, but Zodor explains that he does not deal in religious artifacts. When pushed further, explicitly mentioning the theft of the chapel, Zodor finally admits that a changeling by the name of Wisp had visited him with the artifact in question, but as he does not deal in stolen goods either, he sent her away. He also provides the name of another broker, Dreyev Sheldor, who has employed Wisp in the past. He also mentions that he gave Wisp the line on a salvage job, which he believes she and her crew are currently engaged with. With this information, Melody, Caron, and Donnie leave Zodor to meet back up with the others. The party decides to look into the third job posting they saw and make their way to the scrapyard. There, they meet Ebenezer, who explains that his boss, a salvage broker by the name of Irulin Karnak, excuse me, believes someone has been infiltrating the scrapyard and stealing parts of Big Mo, a warforged colossus to which she alone owns the salvage right. Recently, a secret tunnel has been found beneath the inert colossus, and the party is charged with investigating. The party agrees and immediately enters the tunnel. The tunnel travels a great distance, and it doesn't take long to determine that the tunnel actually travels into and beneath the Mournland itself. The party soon finds themselves in a large chamber in which scores of preserved bodies are stacked like cordwood. Beyond that chamber, they find another room in which several soldiers surround a necromancer performing a rite on a corpse in the center of the room. The soldiers are revealed to be Emerald Claw and immediately attack once discovered. Once the soldiers are slain, the party questions the necromancer, who reveals that the Emerald Claw has been experimenting on the effects of the Mournland on necromantic rituals, in an attempt to create a more powerful type of zombie for their ranks. Infuriated, Donnie kills the necromancer. The schemes of the Emerald Claw now foiled, the party returns to the scrapyard. Upon their return, they find Ebenezer dead, killed by arrows. His assassins reveal themselves as they attack the party from the shadows. The party quickly dispatch the pair, and as they puzzle over the reason for Ebenezer's assassination, they are interrupted by the approach of loud, heavy footfalls, which are revealed to be that of a warforged who demands to know what has happened. And that is where we ended and where we shall pick up. So, um, what you see, now this is completely AI because I did this really quick. You see, how is it? Here it is. Okay, so you see like a feminine shaped Warforged, or I don't know if they've got like a particular shape that would denote their chosen gender. But what you see is a Warforged holding a javelin with the tip of it kind of crackling with electric energy. She is dressed in a full-length leather duster, and a sword is attached to her side. And this is what I came up with.
Interesting.
Ooh.
It's the best I could do. And technically, she's supposed to have an arm blade. Could not get it to do that, so she just has a regular sword. So anyway, so the Warforged rounds the corner. She sees you kind of standing over Ebenezer. A couple more bodies behind. She kind of like brandishes the javelin, and she's like, what's going on here? Somebody better speak."
What is going on here?
We just had the recap.
Yeah.
So Killian will point to the two bodies. Do we still have the map? I guess the 3 bodies.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull them up here. Hold on. Oh, it's going to be a different.
Pull away. Wait. Somehow I was able to pull up the map myself. It says that I'm very far away from everybody else.
I've got the warehouse map.
No, not that one. Here it is. Here we go. Where are you?
Wait, stop.
What the heck are you doing all the way up there?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't think she ever moved.
Well, that's probably what it is. Because I think the assassins came in from like the side, and you guys all chased the last one down this way. I think.
We did.
So Killian will point to the 2 bloody spots to the southwest and southeast and say that they assassinated that guy and point back at Evanescence.
Ebenezer.
I said what I said.
And so the Warforged is like sees Ebenezer's body and goes over and does like kind of like a quick once over. Obviously takes note of the arrow sticking out of his back.
And then I'll also mention that the smell, the burning smell that you're getting, is coming from underneath that Colossus's ass, where we took out a bunch of Emerald Claw that were researching necromancy. So we, of course, burned the corpses.
I didn't remember you burning anything.
Yeah, we
I
put
do.
them all into 3 piles and set the piles on fire.
All right, that's coming back. Okay. So she stands up and she like looks down at Ebenezer. It's like, this is a sad end for this man. It's like, I've known him for a long time. But when you say the Emerald Claw, what were they doing?
They were researching some kind of advanced zombie, like putting plating onto zombies, like metal plating, off the Warforged.
Isn't there some giant Goliath in the cave of a Warforged?
No, the cave was
That's what
underneath the
they were.
Goliath. It was the
Oh,
Warforged Colossus, Big Tiny,
Big
big
Mo.
tiny.
Big Mo.
Big Mo.
I like Big Tiny better.
But you're saying that it's like that they were. I don't know where you got this this part from, but they were putting um, armor onto the zombies.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know where you got that from, because I don't think I said anything about that.
I'm pretty sure you did. They were
I
making advanced
remember you
zombies
saying.
with
Oh,
armor plating.
They,
I like my story and I'm sticking to it.
I'm just checking something real quick.
well, either way, they were doing necromancy.
They were doing bad stuff. That I know. Just trying to remember.
I have notes. I can refer to my notes or Jordan's notes.
Jordan does have very detailed notes.
Awesome.
Bandits, commoner.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that part.
Attempting to create a special type of zombie that he was responsible for the magical aspect of the ritual, and the bodies in the first room were members of the Emerald Claw cult who committed suicide to support the cause.
Well,
Anyway,
pieces of
this
metal, yeah, but I don't think I ever said anything about like it being specifically Warforged. Although I can understand why you would have gone over and made that assumption too.
Well, I, yeah, I made that connection because uh, Evanescence said that people were stealing plating from the Warforged through the tunnel.
Got, got. So the Warforged, hearing that, he just she kind of gets quiet. She's looks almost like a little puzzled and like, why would they do that? What is their end game? Oh, and by the way, that what is on purpose. So
Yeah.
I don't think we know the answer to that question yet. We
Uh,
only just found them.
So I'll say, actually, I think it would be Charon that says it, but they're the Emerald Claw. Do they really need a reason to want to make advanced zombies?
so the Warforged kind of pauses for a second. Appears to be thinking about it, and she responds. She says, "What you say is true. It's like, I myself have not personally dealt with the Emerald Club, but I have heard of their activities elsewhere, and it gives me great concern that they are in this area." She looks back down at Ebenezer's body, kind of nods to herself, and she takes a step forward towards you. Actually, she moves towards you and then past you to approach the bodies of the assassins. And she stops and she looks at them and she says, "Well, that explains what happened to Ebenezer, and obviously these two were behind that. But what is their story? Why did they kill Ebenezer?"
She's pointing at the assassins.
Yeah, she pointed to the bodies. Yep.
They said they were hired to kill him, but they didn't tell us by whom.
I'm more curious about the why. Like Ebenezer's not a wealthy man. There's absolutely nothing that would have made it worth his death.
We might be able to find out.
Did we ever actually check Ebenezer?
Yeah, we took the gold off of him.
Oh, okay. So we looted him, but we didn't actually. So we didn't find any like notes or anything that.
No, you didn't have anything on him but the gold that you were owed.
Right. I do not know why they would have done that then.
Did anyone else catch a reason? I feel like we heard it and I don't remember what it was.
Came back through.
No. Actually, well, because you went over it, and I think Melody kind of lightly healed one of them just to kind of keep the assassin from dying too quickly. Although they did die after they went over and told you why they killed Ebenezer.
Mm-hmm.
What was it they said again? I don't remember.
So they were told. Hold on one second. They were told to get rid of like. Basically, they were tying up loose ends. They were hired by somebody that all that they can tell you, or that all that they were able to tell you, was that it was a woman who hired them to kill Ebenezer, and anybody who was a witness, like anybody who would have been in the area that would have witnessed
Did they
what was
mention
going on.
changeling?
They didn't mention changeling. They said all they said was that it was a woman
Okay.
who that was hooded.
Okay. Well, does someone want to relay that information?
Sure. What we... sorry. What we understand is that these assassins came to take care of loose ends, as they said. We know that Ebenezer was an assistant broker to Karnak. It's possible he witnessed something or was part of a larger group.
I see. I know this Karnak. Do not want to mess with her.
Do you know what she deals in?
I don't know what she deals with specifically. I have only run into her briefly once upon a time. She tends to spend most of her time working in her room at the Salvation Hotel. Occasionally visiting her desk at the salvage market. But what she actually works on, the things that she hires crews to salvage for her, I do not know.
It's possible she's the hooded woman who hired these assassins, but I don't want to jump to conclusions.
That would be wise, because she is the last one you want to make accusations against.
And
She
what was
is
that name again?
Karnak.
Yeah, Arulin Karnak. So the Warforged just kind of steps back and looks at you. Well, I thank you for your honesty, and thank you for addressing what appears to be a serious issue going on under our very noses. Hopefully, this will be the last of it. I will see to taking care of the assassins as well as seeing to Ebenezer's what's the word I'm looking for? See to Ebenezer. Should I have any further questions, where can I find you?
We have rooms at the Salvation Hotel? Motel. The shithole.
Yeah. So when she hears you go over and mention the Salvation Hotel, you almost get the sense that had she been a flesh and blood creature, like a human or an elf or something like that, on the mention of the Salvation Hotel, her eyes would have widened. She kind of like rocks back almost a second. She's like, Salvation Hotel, you say?
I mean,
Hmm.
there wasn't anywhere else in town to get rooms on short notice, so yeah. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, oh, my apologies. She steps forward. She puts out her hand. She says, "I am the sheriff of the outpost. You can just call me sheriff."
Ah, okay.
And she shakes your hand. And she says, "You're dismissed. Again, I would be very careful about any accusations against Karnak. And if you run into her, choose your words wisely."
While you're here, could you tell us anything about a changeling named, what was it again? Whist?
West, yeah.
With I know of her. I do not know her personally. I do believe she entered the Gray yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. Other than that, I'm afraid I don't have much I can tell you.
We are in pursuit of her and her team. We believe she's responsible for the theft of the artifact from the Silver Flame Chapel.
I see.
Can you tell us anything about her team? What we would be walking into?
Uh, where did I stop? I had something. Give me 1 second because I gotta find it. Oh, okay. She says, apart from herself, her crew consists of 2 human, a male and a female, a dwarf, and a halfling. What their areas of expertise are, I do not know. You may wish to speak with. Crap, I have his name somewhere. You may want to speak with Melav Chamarol
Can you spell
at
that?
the. Okay. Oh, it's not Melav. Malou. Malou. And the last name is Chamaril. Chamiril. And he says, you want to speak to with Malou Chamaril at the Gray Beyond. He is the one who keeps the records on the cruise, so he may be able to give you more information should you require it.
I appreciate that. Does anyone else have questions for the good sheriff here?
I'm interested about other possible lodgings. If you have any recommendations.
Well,
We just got into town.
I see. Well, as your friend here stated, the Salvation Hotel is the sole source of rooms for rent in a hotel atmosphere. However, if you know somebody in the town that is willing to put you up for the night, there is that possibility as well.
Well, thank you.
So Sheriff Godolphin kind of dips her head, kind of gives you almost like a little salute. If there's nothing else, I will take care of all of this, and you can be on your way.
One last question for you, as we're heading out the gate, I guess. Is there an Orion enclave or an Orion representative in town?
She thinks she's like, I know somebody from Orient came in with a caravan yesterday, but I do believe they left early this morning.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, just so you know, it's like we don't have a all the time, representative of the Orient house.
Mhm.
So if it is important that you speak to somebody of the house, I believe someone is due back, I think either later this week or early next week. I don't know. I've got too much to worry about their schedule. My apologies.
Is there anything that we can assist with?
So Sheriff just kind of like looks around at the bodies and just like, no, just more paperwork. But I've got to get somebody that can help take away the remains here. I do not think it's something that you can get yourselves involved in.
Okay. I guess we'll head out? Question mark?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yes.
We've not got much else to discuss here.
I could use a short rest, so if we want to maybe stop at the tavern and talk to Malou. Is that the dwarf that was like in charge of the registration?
I don't think I said he was a.
Maybe I
No,
was. There was a dwarf there, but I don't remember if it was him or not. Them.
so no, the bartender, who is also the one who goes over and handles the records. He was human. The dwarf
Okay.
that you're thinking of was the one that was talking to the halfling,
Okay.
who you overheard his conversation talking about that he had heard rumors about the Emerald Claw operating in the area. That's where that dwarf came from.
Okay.
And
So, any objections?
Nope.
Yay.
so now I gotta go over and I gotta make names for you guys,
Make names.
for the people.
Oh, yeah, I get, well, if you, okay, hang on. Let me send something.
Oh no, no, not that kind of name. Like come up with names for the crew.
Oh, for
Never mind.
Wit's crew.
Yes.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Well, I'm going to transition to tavern music.
Okay.
just so I'm 100% clear, we're going back to Salvation Hotel or where we think Malo
I
is?
think we're going to
To
the
the
Gray
tavern.
Beyond.
Okay, yeah, tavern.
And I said it was a halfling, right?
What in the party that we're
It was
chasing?
a male. It was a male and a female, human, a
Human,
dwarf, and a
a
halfling.
dwarf, and halfling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel that let's see, we had 3 jobs. One of them was from Evanescence. One of them was from the
Thought of
sister.
that.
No, y'all did that shit to me for a year, so no.
Are you
And
talking about bathtub?
yeah, so I'm gonna do it every chance I get. Nobody's getting called the right name unless it's like Bob, and then I might call them Fred. But we also need to sell our uh, goods that we or like, the equipment that we salvaged.
Right.
Because
Do
I
we
can't
still
carry
have
much more.
ornament? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so you're going to the tavern. So
Mhm.
you go into the tavern. So it's I'm gonna say it's about probably pushing maybe 2:30, almost 3 o'clock now. The sun is getting a little bit lower in the sky, or it's starting to get like a little bit lower in the sky. Excuse me. Um, and you go in, and because it's well past lunch, it's not overly busy, but there's probably like a good, maybe dozen or so people in there. Some are having a late lunch. A few are just kind of, having a pint. There is kind of a table in the corner that is a little bit loud with maybe 5 or 6 people that are kind of around the table, drinking, laughing very loudly at each other's jokes. And behind the bar, you see the there we go. You see the gentleman that you spoke to and registered your name. The guy with the sandy blonde hair and the bushy mustache,
Mhm.
who is pouring another pint of weak ale for another customer. And as you approach, that customer goes off and he looks up at you. He says, "Oh, good to see you again. What can I help you with?"
Who wants to take lead on this?
Um, I already don't remember why we're here or where we are, so
I'm
I
sorry.
probably shouldn't be the one to take the lead.
To get more information about Wit or Wrist or Wist, whoever it is, and their crew,
Oh, Withers.
Withers.
Who's
Oh, this is the tavern keeper, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Um, I'll put a coin down, I suppose, and say I just want a drink, something strong. And I'll say we actually just got into town and we've been looking for work. We've had some good opportunities, found a couple jobs, and it's going very well. I'm curious. Do you think there's anyone around here who can tell us about a shapeshifter named Whist?
Uh, so the bartender takes your coin, and drops it into a small box behind the bar. You hear it clink amongst some other coins there, and reaches under the bar and he pulls out a kind of a short, squat brown bottle with a very aged looking cork in it, and he pops the cork and he pours into I'm gonna say maybe like a glass that's maybe a little bit bigger than a shot glass, and pours like a nice serving of it, and he pushes it towards you as he corks the bottle back up, and as he pushes it towards you, like it kind of splashes outside a little bit, and as you go to grab for it, you notice that the top of the bar is kind of sizzling just a little bit, um,
Okay.
and the liquid that he's poured into the glass is this dark, almost like this red brown liquor, and you don't know what it is. You're a little concerned about the little sizzle that you saw. You don't know if it's actually just something that you're kind of imagining or it's something that's really kind of happening. But as it gets a little bit closer to you, like this little I don't want to say breeze, but just like this odor or the smell kind of comes off of it, and it's almost got like a mixture of cinnamon and licorice, and almost the slightest touch of, is it mint? It doesn't smell bad, but it's unlike anything that you've ever kind of smelled before. Coming off a it's something that you would consider putting into your body.
Can I roll to see as a dragonborn if I believe I could handle it?
Sure. I would probably say let's just go with like a constitution check.
Medicine check? Constitution check, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's actually when the smell of this liquor, when you kind of catch that smell, oddly enough, your mouth starts to water. Like it's like this is unusual, but it smells really, really good.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna, I say thank you, sir. And I take it up, and just before I sip, I look around to the others and I see, is there anything, like I'm just kind of giving everybody else a glance, like, is there anything you guys want to ask him to? And I'll take a small sip of it.
About
It's
what job that
delicious.
Wist has?
Okay, so you're asking specifically about Whist.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is it that you want to know about Whist?
What mission they're on out in the gray?
Okay, so yeah, Astrid, you take that little sip.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good.
So good.
It is so good. It's three tastes, that cinnamon, mint, licorice type taste and everything like that should not work together at all. It is so good.
Cool.
So he's like Whist. So he reaches under the bar and he pulls out the familiar leather-bound tome that you had seen when you first arrived. And he says, actually, did I even give you a name of our crew?
You didn't.
The name of our crew?
No.
Oh, okay.
Trying to remember what the name of her, if it was a name for her crew. Sorry, my bad. You guys are asking questions I hadn't anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Lee, what are the mechanics giant automatons called?
Warforged Colossus.
Warforged Colossus. And the race that the sheriff was, what is that called again?
Oh, Warforged.
Just a Warforged. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm not getting them confused.
No, so like standard Warforged are basically humanoid. Yeah, they are they're living constructs, so they are basically humanoid, size creatures that are made of metal and organic, like almost like wood and ivy, and like the interior of their body is like it's all corded wood, so like thick pine and pieces of wood. The outside construction is, it's almost like kind of like putting like a suit of armor on a wooden effigy. Okay, if that makes any sense. So they are constructs that are given sentience. Now, Warforged Colossus is essentially the same thing, but it is a Warforged that is like 100 feet or more tall.
Mhm.
They're huge. And they essentially they're like war machines. They're think Pacific Rim. They're like
Yes.
kaiju size, you know,
hmm
battle bots, we'll call them. Um,
Now all I can think of is kaiju, kaiju.
I can't help you there.
Actually.
A bastardization of Caillou, the kid show.
If you say so.
With a cat named Pilchard where nothing happens.
Wait, annoys me when I lose the stuff that I need. That's the other one. And that. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
You're good. I'm just writing down notes. Is there anybody else that we need to get information on, do you think?
I mean, we could stop by the hotel on our way out of town
Yes.
to
And
at least inform what's his face, about his assistant's death. I just now made the connection when I was looking at my notes.
yeah, Karnak. Okay.
Andy, can we get that short rest while we're here? Pretty please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do
I'm
that.
the only
Hold
one
on.
that's hurt, so.
That's what's here we go. And short rest. There you go.
Woohoo!
Woo! I'm
Maybe
looking
I'm
at the party sheet. What is HD?
Hit
hit
die.
dice.
Oh, Sue. Sweet. Okay.
Okay, so if she's got a crew name,
It's not listed.
I do not see it. It goes over and talks about yeah, it goes over and says Whisk and her crew, but it doesn't say the crew's name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to give the crew a name.
The chameleons.
Hey Andy,
Yes.
I'm feeling very sick right now and I'm having trouble focusing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna step away.
Okay.
Okay, feel better.
Yeah,
Mhm.
feel
Thanks.
better.
Sorry.
We will call Whisk crew the Shadows. Let's see. The Shadows of Ruin. So he's like, he said, he says, you're looking for Wisp. And he's like, Wisp, 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 Wisp. Oh, okay, I know that name. And he flips through the pages and he finds a page, maybe about a third of the way through the book. And you open it up. And right at the top of the page, you see, uh, you know, again, it's a page full of, that's kind of divided up into different of names, and each one with a header that is presumably the crew's name. And he runs a finger down the page and stops about midway through, and he says, here we go. It's like Wisp, leader of the Shadows of Ruin. He said, yeah. He said, well, he says, and what is it that you're looking to find out?
What kind of mission they're on? Where they went in the gray?
Oh, he said, well, I don't keep track of that. Whatever missions that he's like, I just keep track of the the crews that are operating in the area. He's like, I don't keep track of what jobs they're doing. That's between them and whatever broker that has contracted them. That being said, I did talk to Wist yesterday afternoon, I think it was. She said that she and her crew were heading into the Mournland. Something about some elemental contraption of some sort that she had gotten, had heard word of that looked like it could be potentially good salvage. So, as far as I know, that's where she may have headed. But she comes and goes just like everybody else does, and just kind of like shrugs, kind of like it is what it is. Yeah, is there anything else?
Do you have any notes on her team?
He says, yeah, sure. It's well, it's like as always, crew of 5. Yeah, she's like, looks like we got crap. What the hell did I do with the names? Mother.
Can't help you there.
Oh my god. I am losing my mind. Here we go. He says, oh yeah, he says, well, Wisp, as you know, she's a changeling. She also works with a couple of humans, a dwarf and a halfling. There's a female human by the name of Mira Abinet.
Spell
She's
that
got a
last
male
name.
Abinet, Abonet. First name Mira. She's like, she also works with a Byron Keenbrace, who's a human male. He's one of those ranger types, Then she also has a dwarf barbarian by the name of Donner Stonepick. And she also has Osris Brightrock, who I believe is her young halfling friend. I think she said, as she likes to call him, her trap monkey.
Do you know anything about what Wist specializes in? Or Mira?
Mira's a former soldier, so she's pretty adept in the ways of, the fighter. She's a melee type, pretty much. Wist has always struck me as a bit of a jack of all trades. She does like a little bit of everything, which is to be expected, given her nature. But I think she tends to favor. From what I understand, she's very good at keeping her crew alive.
Okay.
And he says, oh, excuse me. It's like, and he steps away, just like, 2 serve a drink to somebody else. And after a minute, he comes back and he says, "Is there anything else I can help you with?"
I don't know. Anyone else got anything?
Do we want to ask about Karlak? Not Karlak.
Karnak?
What's her name? Karnak, thank you.
Well, it was like when I first saw the name, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this confused.
Between Karnak, Karlath, and
No, Karlak, because I'm totally thinking.
and Karnath. That
Yeah.
place.
But mostly just the Karlak.
Oh,
Yeah.
I beat you to it.
I mean,
Yeah, totally.
ask whatever you want to ask.
Yeah, do you ever see, what's her first name? Arulin. Do you ever see Arulin, Karnak come through here? Does she ever come out of her room much? We're told she's kind of a recluse.
But that's putting it mildly. Yeah, she tends to avoid crowds quite a bit. Still, it's very rare that she pops in here. And if she does, it's either extremely early before anybody else gets here, or she's like in here at the very last minute before closing. She tends to go out of her way to avoid, running into anybody. That said, I don't know too much about her. I know I've heard rumors that she has salvage rights to. I don't know. Did you see the big Warforged keep over at the scrapyard? I mean, you can see it from pretty much anywhere in the town. It's a huge bugger. Like I heard tell that she's got the sole exclusive rights to salvage for that thing. Oddly enough, she's had that for the last, oh god, it's going to be close to 5 years now, and she hasn't touched it.
Interesting. Are the Warforged usually very lucrative around here? To salvage from?
Well, the Warforged Colossi, they're fairly rare. This is the only one that I've seen, especially in this area. That said, there could be more out there, but I mean, how would you get them here? They're huge, as you can tell. As far as being lucrative, they're huge. There's a lot of metal that can be recovered from them and sold. So yeah, there's a healthy amount of coin to be made off of a construct of that size, which makes it all the more unusual that she hasn't touched it yet.
I understand.
Makes me
Makes
curious.
a lot of sense. Yeah, it makes me curious too. Does anyone else have anything?
Does she have a favorite order, and has she been in today?
Malou, the bartender, he thinks for a second and he says, actually, it's like, your friend here just had a nice little glass of her favorite drink. And as far as last time I saw her, God, it's gonna be close to a week now, I think.
How much for the rest of the bottle?
He looks at it and he says, he has it a little bit. Yeah, he's like, rest of the bottle. He said, yeah, that's gonna be at least 25 gold.
How big is that bottle?
It's Oh God, I'm trying to think of something to kind of compare it to. All right. So I guess the best comparison I can think of is kind of picture the classic moonshine jug, which you always see like in the cartoons and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably maybe about uh, maybe a little bit smaller than like than the size of a basketball. Probably maybe about 3/4 of the size of a basketball. And again, like I said, kind of imagine that typical moonshine jug from the cartoon,
Hmm.
something like that. And like I said, it's got a cork in it that is like very weathered,
Does she maybe have
very
a
old.
favorite meal that we could, take to her?
Uh, she'll usually just have like whatever menu, nothing specific.
Okay. Then I'll order one serving of whatever to go. So, and we can take it to her as a like a peace offering, and let her
He,
know, sucks to be
he
you,
looks
but
at
now
you
you
and
got to
it's
work
like
on your own.
he looks at you and kind of like we don't often do like to go. We don't have to go cups,
Okay. Sell us a bowl.
So he'll go over and he gets a glass and he pours a shot into it, and I'm gonna say that he takes a piece of parchment.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? He goes to the back of his ledger and he rips out a page. Okay, and you see that the pages are parchment. And he then proceeds to kind of like rip like a square that is maybe maybe about an inch bigger than the top of the glass all around. And then he kind of
Oh
folds it
my
over.
god.
And then he grabs like a nearby candle and he just kind of drips wax onto the edges of the paper. And then he presses it down until it cools and it sticks. So he's kind of made like this little bit of a cover for it. Um, and he hands it to you. He says, "Okay, like that'll be a a gold and 5 silver,
I'll give him 2.
five 5 silver for the special packaging." So you're gonna give him 2 gold.
Yeah.
All right. So he takes and he drops it into the box where it clinks, clink, clink. And you've got your your 2 gold cup. Would you
Okay.
like a straw?
Only if it's a curly sippy straw.
Of course. Anything else?
No. I'm ready to go.
All right. So Mulu takes the ledger and he sticks it back under the bar, and he picks up a rag and begins to start wiping the bar top. And so you're ready to take off.
Yeah.
All right. So you leave the bar, and it's now probably about 4-ish. I'm guessing.
What would you call that drink? Is it like an ale or a beer or
It's like a definite liquor.
okay.
Yeah, and oh, and Astrid, do me a favor. Give me a Constitution saving.
Sure.
Must have been potent then.
Okay. Um. Yeah, you're you're good. You're feeling really good. You got a nice little buzz going.
Mhm.
Um. You're feeling very chill. But yeah, you don't feel like drunk off your ass or anything like that. But you're feeling good. You're feeling really good right now.
Like I just had a White Claw.
I've never had a White Claw, so I have no idea what the effect was. That yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, nice.
Holly,
little
is
buzz
that your
on.
go-to drink? A White Claw?
So I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I don't drink, but
Ah.
I've listened to people talking who have had White Claws. And
They
just
taste like
it's
static, is what I hear.
yeah, something like that. It's just a little buzz.
That is an interesting description. I've never heard of a drink called like it tastes like static.
Static.
There was something else that it was more like that, where it tasted like someone had put the glass in the same room as like a TV that had a picture of a lemon on it, and that's what it tasted like. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
The funniest description I've ever heard of a drink was the LaCroix.
I think that's what it was,
It's like
LaCroix.
you're drinking a bubble water and somebody shouts the name of a fruit at you from across
Yes.
the room.
I love it. I love it. All right. So you all step outside of the Gray Beyond, and where to now? What do you want to do?
We need to sell at the salvage market, I guess.
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
Okay, so you're gonna head over. Yeah, actually, yeah, the salvage market makes sense. Okay. So remind me what you all have.
I have notes.
Yeah, I'm going to the page.
I don't even remember if I picked up anything. I must have.
I'm
I know there
carrying
were, like-
most of it. It's 5 scimitars, 5 crossbows, 5 leather armors, 30 bolts, and a little bit of gold. But most, I want to say one of the crossbows went to someone.
Didn't Donnie pick up one of the crossbows?
I'm
Yeah, so we
pretty
have-
sure it was Donnie. Yes, he's
I
got it
think there
written
was-
down. He did.
yeah.
He took one.
Okay, so you said scimitars, right?
Yeah.
And there 5 of them.
Yeah, and then the bolts I think also went to Donnie.
Which would
30
make sense.
bolts. Mhm.
Can
Okay.
you clear
All right.
Donnie's sheet and I'll grab it real quick?
And where owner? All set. Okay. So what else? Okay, so you got the scimitars. What else you got?
Leather armors.
Okay, leather armors. And how many of those do you have?
5.
Okay, what else?
The scimitars, the
I already got the
armors,
scimitars, yeah.
and the 4 crossbows.
Oh, 4 crossbows. Okay. Armor.
Thinking that I should take one of the armors because I don't think I'm wearing any.
You're not wearing any armor?
Oh wait, no. I'm looking at my equipment. It says I've got studded leather.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's better than the leather, the regular
Okay.
leather.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Crossbow. There you are. And they were just regular crossbow. Like,
I think so. I just wrote down crossbows.
Crossbow. Like crossbow. Okay.
They were heavy because those are more expensive.
All right, and you said there were 4. There were 5 total, but Donnie took one, so 4 left, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Some gold that Astrid picked up.
Okay. So the total gold that you get for the gear, so I just went with the usual selling, for half. So, I didn't realize that scimitars were so expensive. But you get 60 for the scimitars, 25 for the armor, and then 48 for the crossbows. So the grand total was 133 gold.
Okay. You want to split that to us?
Divided by 5. That is 2.
You should have a button on the party sheet that will allow you to convert what's in the
True.
top right into cash, and then there will be another button to disperse that cash into the party.
And distribute. Oh, cool. Oh, interesting. Oh, actually, it's 137 gold.
Yay!
Why though?
Total or each?
Total.
Total. Okay.
Total, and then for everybody gets
And-
27.
And then there's 2 left over in the party loot.
Oh, cool. I will have to remember that that's in there.
So I guess we can go to. Wait, does anyone have any shopping they need to do before we leave?
Um,
I would probably say you should probably look at your ration situation because if you're going to be going into the
Oh
Mornland at
yeah.
some point, you might want to have some of that on hand.
Jared, I hear you talking in your room, but we couldn't hear you here.
Oh, my mic's been muted the whole time.
Oh no.
Um, I
Sorry,
was
I really
wondering,
couldn't hear you.
um, did you already sort out the gold pieces, or do I need to do that myself?
It
Nope.
went into your inventory.
Yeah, it automatically gets added to your sheet, so you got another 27 gold added to your sheet.
Okay.
You'll have to explain to me. We're level ones. Do we have any healing potions, or are those too expensive?
Well, healing potions would be 50 gold.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I don't think any of them have been given out yet.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think you have, and I don't think anybody had any on them generally.
I
I
did
would
not.
like to invest in a couple of healers kits
Okay.
if we can. I'm not sure how much they are. I forgot.
I will let you know. Hold on. Healers kits. Healers kits. That's not helping me. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Healers kit. Healers kits are 5.
So I'll get 3. We'll give one to me, one to Astrid, and one to who wants the third one?
What is it? Healers kits?
Yeah, they're used as an action to stabilize someone that's bleeding out.
Right.
If Since we're so low level, we run a risk of death.
I can hold on to one.
Okay, so
Running to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
okay. So I will add one to my sheet.
Okay. And if you do want to add the rations, they're 5 silver.
I Kara needs rations. I don't, and Donnie doesn't. I don't think. Actually, Donnie does. You said they're 5 silver each?
Correct.
How do I search up an item in like the menus to just add it that way?
So if you open up the items tab, I'm
Mhm.
assuming that's in there on the player's version.
It is.
At the bottom, you should be able to. What is it that you look?
Bottom. Well, I'm trying to see, like, I'm looking at my inventory,
Mhm.
and I'm just trying to add the healer's kit without having to input all of the information myself manually.
Okay, so if you hit the items tab, it's going to open up a menu. All right, the very bottom box, you see where the magnifying glasses are. That bottom box right there, you can just type in healer's kit or just healer, right? And then just hit enter, and it basically just filters. So it's only going to go over and show you the healer's kit.
There's a lot of different healer's kits.
I
Um,
just went with the base one.
I'm gonna go with the Player's Handbook Legacy one.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, because when I go over and I do it, only 2 of them. I got one from the basic rules and one from the player's handbook. So you might have something that's activated on your end that I don't.
I'm done when y'all are.
I think I'm done.
Alrighty. Okay, so you leave the provisioner, or rather the salvage market. Well, actually, probably the provisioner, because you sold at the salvage market and then went to the provisioner
Mm-hmm.
to get your gear. Okay. So, yeah, probably about 4:30 now. Getting a little late in the day. What do you want to do now?
I guess go see Ireland.
Okay.
Take her traveling shot. Is it a she or a he?
Is it she?
Okay. Take her shot to go. Her drink to go.
Okay. So you head over to the Salvation Hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and the old lady is there at her desk. And as you walk in, she smiles at you, and she's like, "Oh, hello. Oh, you're back kind of early. I wasn't expecting to see you so early."
Yeah, so we came to talk to Ireland before we try to head out. Karnak?
Oh, I believe she's still up in her room, but she doesn't usually take visitors.
I mean, we brought her a drink because she works so hard.
That she does. That she does. Well, I don't think there'd be anything wrong with that. She's in room 3.
Okay. Wait, I thought we were in room 3.
No, you got 3 rooms. You aren't in room 3.
Okay.
I don't know what rooms you are in, and I'm just making this shit
I
up as
don't
I go.
remember.
That's what happens.
So I'll nod, wave, and head upstairs.
Is it just you, or is everybody else coming along?
I guess. I guess we each go. I don't think there's anything that we need to be doing this late in the day in town.
Yeah. I almost hate to leave today into the Moorlands because didn't someone say it's really dangerous at night?
Well, it's not much better in the day either. But
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. We're in the hotel walking up to see Ireland in room 3.
Well, that.
I
Alright,
guess
so
Donnie and Karen are coming along for the ride.
okay, so you're all going.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way upstairs and you pass your rooms as you get there, and you find room 3 at the end of this hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Is
the
there a
door's
map?
closed. No,
Okay.
no, you imagination. Um,
I don't
and
have one of
yeah,
those.
you reach the end of the hall. Almost to the end of the hallway. There's like room 1 at the very end. Right across is room 2, and then room 3 is beside room 1. So you come to room 3, and
So, before we knock on the door, is there anything that you think we should avoid talking about? Or are we just here to kind of tell her that Ebenezer has passed?
My intention was just to tell her that Ebenezer was assassinated. Um, and explain what the assassin said so that she can protect herself. I have a suspicion that she is connected to. I don't know. I feel like she might be connected to the Emerald Claw, but because she's not doing anything with the construct, and we found
Yeah.
them under the construct. But that could just be like a very, very good coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that she's dangerous, so I don't want to go poking anybody that is gonna one shot me.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. I'm good.
All right.
Right.
So I guess I'll knock on the door.
All right. So you knock on the door, and I am. Let's see. Let's see. It's not too bad.
I'm gonna have Karen cast. I think she's got guidance. Does she? Yeah, she's got guidance. I'm gonna have her cast guidance on Killian.
So as you lift your hand to knock on the door, you pause for a second, and you can hear voices. You can hear it's like low voices kind of speaking. But the hotel is busy. The walls, just from yesterday, from your night here last night, you got a pretty good idea that the walls are fairly thin. And so you're not sure if the voices that you hear speaking are from within, or if they're some other part of the hotel, like one of the other rooms, like across the hallway or next door. But you tap on the door, and the voices stop. And maybe like about 20 to 30 seconds before you hear a female voice call out from within. Hello, can I help you? Who is it?
Is I, Dio.
What?
Tia.
Do you?
I don't get the reference. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
Neither do I.
Uh,
Sorry.
Killian will speak up and say, "Hello, Killian Dorian. We're here to speak to Ireland Karnak."
Oh, Dio. I get it now.
I don't. You have to
Dorian.
explain it.
Oh, Dio. Killian Dio. Yeah. All right.
I have no idea what Holly's talking about.
Me either. But it's okay.
Oh, so to explain, Dio is a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ah, okay. Because they're extremely bizarre.
No idea. So you go over and you announce that that you're who you are, and after a moment you hear the door unlock and the door opens, and I remember, were you all down there? Actually, I think you were. The door opens, and in front of you stands the woman that you actually saw this morning speaking to the woman with the purple cloak or purple cape or scarf that was kind of draped over her shoulder. And she looks out at you and she says, "I'm sorry, have we met?" She said, "I do recognize you. Who did you say you were?"
Killian Dorian.
"Oh, very nice to meet you. I'm Eberron Karnak, of course. How can I help you?"
How do we... have we spoken to this person before?
"You have not. You saw her this morning
When did we
Talking
see
to.
her?
as you were getting ready to leave when you guys got up in the morning. You were getting ready to leave the hotel to go to breakfast. As you were coming downstairs, you saw her speaking with the old lady."
Then I will point that out and say, "No, we haven't met. I saw you in passing this morning, as we were leaving." And
And
I'll...
like her eyes like wide and in recognition. She says, "Oh, that's where I." And she like looks around the rest. "Yes, yes, yes. I Of course I remember seeing this morning. Good day. I'm sorry. How can I help you?"
Uh, I just wanted to come by and give my condolences on the passing of your assistant. We were
Uh, uh,
there when
Excuse
he
me.
had
Oh,
been killed.
Stop. I'm sorry. What are you saying to me?
Your assistant, Evanescence?
Ebenezer? She said,
Yes, that guy.
Evan. What about Ebenezer?
He was assassinated earlier today.
Is
I
she like
thought the sheriff would
she?
have come and spoken to you by now.
No. She's like, this is the first time hearing of it, and she like looks genuinely shocked and pain. She's like, oh my goodness, like what happened?
I'm going to present the drink, the to-go sippy cup. Say, here, I think you might need this more than we do. It's from
Is
the whatever, the tavern.
the Gray Beyond.
Yeah, that. They said it's your
So
favorite.
she she takes the and like she looks at the glass that you're holding out to her, and she almost like she takes it kind of like automatically, as if like she's just kind of automatically just taking something that's offered to her, but she is like so stunned
Hmm.
and in shock that it's she's like not consciously doing it, and she's like, oh my god, poor Ebenezer. It's like, why would anybody want to kill him? He's such a dear old man. Like, this is awful. And she like reaches behind her, and it's like you can see that there's like a small stool, and she just kind of takes it and she like sits down kind of heavily. And as she does, she kind of like looks at the glass that she's holding, and she's like, it's like, what is this? What? And she like holds it up, and she's like looking at it. She's like her eyes kind of like widen in recognition, and she's like, how did you get my looted? She's like, never mind that. And she like takes the paper off, and she just like throws it back and just drinks it in one gulp. And she like closes her eyes as she's like, as if she's trying to gather her wits about her. And after like a minute or so, she kind of comes to herself, and she like opens her eyes, and she looks back up at you, and actually she stands again. She's like, this is such shocking news. She's like, but I thank you for letting me know. I should probably go see to what it was, somebody taking care of his affairs, somebody taking care of the body.
The
Maybe I
sheriff
should maybe I should
mentioned that she was going to have someone handle the corpses. We managed to kill the assassins that ended his life. Incidentally, we also had taken the mission to clear out the robbers, and I'll use air quotes, that were, or the bandits that were believed to be looting Big Mo.
Big Mo.
Yeah. It turned out it was Emerald Claw underneath that were making zombies, advanced zombies of some kind. So
Okay, just give me one quick second.
Did we actually establish that the assassins were also Emerald Claw, or
we did not.
do we think there's somebody different? Okay.
No, you didn't. Nothing was established about the assassins other
Okay.
than what they told you as they were dying, that they were hired by some some woman that was hiding her face. They were hired in the Grey Beyond by some woman who said to kill Ebenezer and any other potential witnesses that might be in the area. So when you go over and you talk about the the tunnel underneath the Colossus, and the Emerald Claw, and having taken care of the problem, she like pauses for a second, and she kind of seems to be kind of like absorbing this information.
Mm-hmm.
And so she kind of like closes her eyes for a second as if kind of like, okay, and she opens them up and she just kind of like, nods. She's like, well, that I suppose that is good news as well as the bad to go with the news of Ebenezer's passing. Emerald Core, you say? Under my Colossus.
Yes.
How strange.
Agreed.
And she's like, well, I suppose we are fortunate that you happen to stumble upon their schemes and see to their ends. We are lucky to have you and your service.
We unfortunately weren't able to do anything about the tunnel, so that's something that you or whomever you hire to replace Evanescence will need to look into. But again, my condolences on the loss of your assistant.
So she nods. She says, "Of course, I will see to the collapse of the tunnel immediately. This is most disturbing to hear. I thank you for letting me know about Ebenezer. I'm I'm sorry. I'm so overwhelmed with this news. She's like, I have to go. She's like, she said, but thank you for letting me know. Have a
You
good
are
night.
very welcome. We will be in touch in case you have any further
She
need
just
of
turns
us.
away. She just turns away and she like closes the door behind her. As you're continuing to speak, she just like turns away and
Eh.
and your voice just kind of trails off.
Shoot.
So, what do we want to do next? Do we want to rest here for the night, or do we want to just head out to the Mornlands on our missions? I guess a check would be head out, an X would be rest here tonight.
We don't really. We're all at full health. We don't really need a rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we
just
had a
figured
short
I'd pose
rest.
it. I didn't want to be like over here barking orders.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. Well, I want to think for a second because there were questions I wanted to ask her. Do we think that this part of the arc is, just pretty much finished and we're done with it, or do we think that there's more to it and we need to investigate some more?
To be meta here for a second, the Emerald
Uh-huh.
Claw is kind of one of those organizations, kind of like the Foot in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where they're always around. They're always up to something. We may have completed whatever this is, but I'm sure they're going to pop back up in another module or two, or we might even see them, again later during this module. Who knows? But it's one of those where they're never really truly defeated. They're always going to pop back up somewhere.
Okay. Well, I say we head out.
Okay.
Right.
So
So as you decide to head away from Karnak's room, I'm going to say
can Karen make a perception check to see if she hears any more talking from inside?
I was actually just gonna have somebody do. I was actually probably gonna have Killian do it, but Karen can do it too. Whoever wants to do we'll do it with just one. We'll have Karen do it.
Nope.
Okay, Karen
She
doesn't
hears
hear
nothing.
anything. Yeah. Okay, so you file back down the stairs, and you leave the hotel. You're standing in front of the hotel. It is now probably about 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the summer, so you probably have like another, probably like another 2.5 to 3 hours of decent sunlight before it starts to get like towards dusk and then twilight and then full night. So,
Okay.
you are looking to go into the morning ride.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what is it that we are doing? Going after the scouts, or are you
Which
looking for
one do we
Wisp?
think is closer, the scouts or the?
Well, you don't know exactly. You don't know where the thing that Whist and her crew are going after, because you were not given directions to that. You were just told that they were given an indication that there is potential for salvage.
And we were just told
The
east.
were you told that?
Well, I mean,
Or-
the Mournlands is east of us
Well, yeah,
because we're in Salvation, and it's at the western edge of the Mournlands.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if we.
Oh no, actually, he does. It's like Zoda reveals the truth. He's like Whist and her crew east of Salvation to ransack and abandon. Yes, so to the east, and then with the what you call it, with the scouts, that was just a matter of following the lightning rail.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Astrid and say, "You're up."
Mother?
I'm here. I heard it. I'm at a bit of a loss. I'm sorry, Lee. What do you want me to do?
Oh, I'll be like, "Well, you're like the tracking specialist, so
Okay, here I go.
I'm gonna like motion at the ground, like my arms spread apart, be like, track, and just kind of motion again. Like I don't know how else to tell her.
I'm just gonna give you this look, and I'm just gonna say, "Oh, yes, sir."
Oh, tensions have started.
Okay.
All right. So technically, with this right here, you guys are supposed to get a hero,
A
Get a
what?
what?
a hero point, but that might be just a straight up event for week thing.
I think so. I'll Google that.
Select this each character gets one hero.
DM, what would you like me to roll? An investigation or something else?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're looking to do. Are you looking to go east after Whist, or are you going to follow the lightning rail to find the scout?
I'm sorry. Remind me, who is the scout connected to?
That's the other
that-
job.
Oh yes. Well, I say we look for the scout. Let's get our other job out of the way.
Okay.
Energy.
And I put what I found about hero
But
point.
I actually have that. So
Okay.
So I'm guessing this is kind of like the action points
Maybe.
from the original thing, which I think essentially is just an inspiration. Or if I remember, well, no, because I believe the action points were like you roll a d6 and you just add it to, right? Trying to remember.
I think we were using some kind of version of it where it was an extra, like you could either get the plus d6 or you could take an extra action.
Yeah, I'm talking about like from original.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Five.
I think that's how we were doing it when back when we played 3.5 Eberron.
Yeah, I'll look into it later.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I mean, but it still seems like this is probably like because technically, I think you're already supposed to have one,
Oh,
and then you get one for kind of finishing this thing right here. So I'll look into it a little bit further and figure out if it's something that we want to use, we should be using, or if it's something that's specific to this Adventure Week thing.
mhm.
Crap, what the hell were they just looking for?
details on the scout?
Is this the only entrance out of town into the gray?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, is it, if you've ever played Zelda, is it like Gerudo Town where they have all these walls and there's one way in and out, or is
No,
it
so
just sort of open?
okay, so the way the outpost is, it's a small town
Mm-hmm.
that is probably like a like maybe a few short miles away from the edge of the Mournland. And the Mournland, well, actually, we'll get to that in a second, but there was a description. But basically, the town is kind of like right on the edge of the Mournland, and the Mournland is this desolate zone that is completely covered or completely encapsulated by this wall of gray mist that stretches from the ground up into the sky. It's like huge, and it creates like almost a physical barrier, or just kind of like it's you can walk through it, but it's dangerous to do so. And so, but you're not like butted right up to it, so you can exit the town any which way. It's just like one side of it's going to be closer to the wall than the other side. So it's not like you walk out this end of the town and have to walk up to it. Right, but I got what you. All right. So. Okay, fine. Okay. So, you are, and you got all your gear ready. You're ready to head out.
Yeah.
Nobody needs anything else. Okay. So you proceed to walk towards the side of the. I don't remember which exactly. We'll say it's to the east. Well, you're heading east. Oh, wait a minute, but you're following the rail.
Okay.
The lightning. You're going after the scout, right?
I guess so.
I think that's what Astrid said.
Yeah, it is what I said, unless
Okay.
anybody has any objections.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you're essentially going to be going the same direction. Lightning rail, you're going to follow if you follow the lightning rail, it's going to go right in. That's part of the issue. That's why you needed to take a caravan from Vatharon to Salvations, because the lightning rail would normally go through the area where the Moonland is, but because it's such a bad area, it stops at Vatharon. It doesn't go. Okay, so you go out to the edge of the town to where the lightning rail is, and you begin to follow it. And you continue to follow the lightning rail towards the mists that are the Mournland. Excuse me, that are the gray mists that surround the Mournland. And actually, the description is like this. Outside Salvation, a titanic fog bank extends like a cliff wall along the border of the Mournland. As you approach it, the fog churns into ominous shapes, screaming faces, collapsed buildings, and outstretched hands. Explosions flash but no sounds are. Okay, so you kind of like approach, and like I said, it extends high above, and it's a little unnerving. Right now, mind you, the picture that I just shared is a little bit over the top, but AI is not great about following.
Imagine like one of those things happening at a time, maybe. Like the face, then maybe a hand, then maybe a building, then maybe another face.
This is what they gave. I think mine's more impressive.
I think so too.
And I didn't like the fact that there was a freaking airship in the way. I'm like, come on, we're not taking an airship in. All right, so
why not?
It probably takes you maybe about close to like half an hour to kind of walk at a decent pace towards the Mournland. And like the entire time you're getting like a little bit anxious. It's like you're seeing like these these shapes kind of emerging from the cloud bank, like the gaping mouths that are stretched in a silent scream. Flashes of light that you see hidden, coming from within the mist. Hands kind of reaching out and kind of dissipating. It's really serious. But the lightning rail stones that you are following lead right into the fog, and you have no choice but to continue.
Okay.
As you enter the fog, as you enter this mist wall, the temperature drops.
Oh.
And now that you're in the mist, you begin to hear like these whispering, scratchy voices inside your head. You feel like you're being watched from all sides, but before you have time to rethink your decision, you emerge from the fog into a gray, blasted battle. You have entered the mortar. Okay, so stretching out in all directions in front of you, just broken, cracked earth, like twisted shapes of like burned trees, and like there's very little, if any, vegetation kind of still around. Like the ground around you is just like dry, cracked earth, as far as the eye can see. And I need to get shit together. Here we go. Okay. So, ahead of you, okay. So, you continue to follow into the Mornland. You're following the trail of the stones, and you travel for hours. Occasionally, the like one or two stones may be broken or missing, but you continue to go on. You travel for hours.
As we're going, I'm
till
making notes of any of the stones that have issues or are missing.
Sure. So you travel for a few hours to the point where even though the sun does not really penetrate the mists too well, you do get the sense of the sun falling or going down, and before too long, it's too late to continue traveling. So you need to make camp for the night. And I would probably say you can try and find a kind of like a relatively secluded or secure spot to make a camp for the night.
Okay.
All right, and for that, I would probably say do maybe a survival check or a nature check.
I have a +1 in survival and no plus in nature.
+5 in survival.
Oh, shit.
I've got much a boost.
And Donnie has a +4. So maybe Donnie can help Astrid with her survival check. So you get advantage?
Yes. Yeah, so we'll get so Astrid, you can go over and make that survival check with advantage. Because Donnie's helping you. Okay.
Woohoo.
Okay, so you managed to find a fairly sheltered area. It's kind of like a very shallow cave almost, in this outcropping of I don't want to call it like a cliff, but it's like a maybe like a small rocky hill, and there's, I'm gonna say it's almost like two stones that have kind of fallen against each other. So there's like maybe like an open cave almost. Like you can exit at both sides, but you're relatively sheltered. The far side of this cave is mostly obscured by kind of twisted brambles and like dried branches and stuff like that, like just this twisted thatch of dried bushes and stuff like that. So it kind of secures that end of it. The other side is fully open, but there is probably like a good 15, 20 feet of depth in this little space right here, with maybe like a 10. Yeah, I would say it's like maybe like a 10 by 20. It's not spacious by any means, but it's enough space for you to feel fairly secure to make a camp for the night. However, knowing the reputation that the Mournland has, you are very strongly convinced that you need to do everything that you can to kind of not draw attention to yourself by like lighting a fire or anything. So you manage to kind of like bed down for the night in the shelter of this rock here. You can do some watches. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm gonna say this, like, you do set up a watch and everything like that, but thankfully the night passes relatively quietly. You don't have, it's not the most comfortable experience that you've ever had, but you are able to get a good night's rest and awake the following morning, ready to continue. So
Right.
we'll give you all a long rest. Okay. So the following morning, you awaken with the dawn, or the dawn as near as you can tell, because the light here is not spectacular. There is, it's very quiet. In the distance you can see the wall of the mists. You're still seeing like kind of the flashing lights within, but it's not a bad day. You can continue on. So you take your chance to have a ration to prepare to set off, and when you're ready, you take off, continuing to follow the light and railstones, and we'll continue on. So we are gonna skip ahead probably like a good, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours.
Marking off
Don't
the
run into.
rations.
Yeah, mark off your rations. You continue for like 3 or 4 hours. It's getting on towards noon, or as near as you can tell, towards noon. And you're continuing to follow the stones. Ahead of you, the worn light and railstones have been shattered by black glass shards protruding from the ground. These shards, ranging in size from a few inches to several feet tall, disturb the ground in an uneven circle, roughly 100 feet in diameter. Near the middle of this area, a corpse sprawls on the ground. It may once have been human, but is now burned and smashed beyond recognition.
Hmm.
A ring of tall stones.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like this, almost like this Stonehenge type thing, but it's like it's all made of like crystal,
Interesting.
like these black crystal stones. Excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, and they're not like looking at them, you don't get the sense that they were placed there by like, and when I say human, I mean like humanoid hands. They don't feel like they were placed there like purposely. They feel like they seem like they have burst from the ground in some way.
Interesting.
Okay, and then like I said, right in the middle of this ring, there's this lonely corpse.
Perception check.
So like from the distance that you are, what are your perception?
If there's anybody around.
Okay. You can do, go ahead, do the perception. Okay. You take a moment to kind of like look around. It is eerily quiet. You do not hear the sound of, like, there's no sounds of birds, there's no sounds of like wind, you don't hear the sounds of footsteps or anything like that. It is just like dead quiet. But on the positive side, you do not seem to see anything or anybody lurking about. As near as you can tell, it's just you guys.
Yay.
So,
I hope you got creepy music playing.
I do.
Good job.
do these stuff? Okay, I kind of also want to make a history check to see if I know anything about these stones.
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Okay.
You don't know anything about the stones specifically.
Uh-huh.
What I will say you do know, I'm going to say that probably at some point in your life and in your travels, especially having been a scout,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say that at one point during the war, your unit had reason to be in the nation of Seer on a recon mission, and you kind of take a look around the area that you're in, and as broken and desolate and destroyed as it is, there are certain features that you recognize as being somewhat familiar. I'm not going to say that it's like, it's like, oh, you know what, I'm in this area. There's parts of it that you do recognize as being, that you seem like you feel like you recognize from your travels in this area before, and for 100% certain these stones were not here. Okay, there was no such ring of crystal stone in a 100-foot wide circle, that were just in the middle of the landscape. This is very unusual, very odd, completely not supposed to be here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say to the group, I think I know this place, but these stones are not familiar to me. I believe they are not natural.
The recent edition.
I believe so.
Mm.
Though what could create such a thing, I'm not sure. In hindsight, I should have made a nature check.
Or maybe an Arcana check.
Ooh.
Can Charon make one?
Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you. Nice.
Thick.
Nice.
There goes my 20 for the night.
Well, that goes Karen. So you're just, so what's the Arcana check on this?
Yeah, the
That
stones.
sounds.
Okay, so you are detecting a definite aura of magic, possibly. Well, that's a detect magic. I
Yeah.
don't think you're. There's definitely like a very strong magical aura to it. Oh, that's creepy as hell. That's so cool. I just opened up a map and I'm like watching a cloud move across it. I forgot about it. It does the animation.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not sure exactly what this deal is. Definitely not natural. Definitely something magical. That's about the best that you're able to kind of ascertain.
Okay.
Now, even with as good a check as that, this is wholly outside of your area of expertise.
So the body, does it look like the description of the scout that we were given?
So like right now you're at the edge of this ring. And like I said, this ring is like 100 feet across.
Mm-hmm.
That body is right in the center. So from this area, from this distance, you cannot really tell anything about the body other than it's a body.
This reeks of a trap. I'm just saying this
Mm.
now.
I'm
But
I'm thinking. Go ahead.
well, I was going to say that we're going to have to get closer to identify the body. But I'm out of character. I'm going on record and saying this is a fucking trap. We're about to get ambushed by something or someone.
Most likely.
Definitely a trap. Astrid is suspicious that there might be other people around, but mostly I'm looking at this body and I'm thinking the stones did this somehow.
I mean, it's possible. So I guess Charon will prepare to cast a bless at the first sign of trouble.
I'm gonna pull out my
Oh, I see
cross.
what you're talking about with the
Yeah,
clouds.
with the cloud going across, it was like, what? I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I realized, oh, that's part of it. That's really kind of cool. All right. So what are we doing?
Um,
Well, just the fact that it's in like dead center, that body, is what's making me nervous.
I, I guess we advance as a party.
Fudge.
Leroy Jenkins! Melody, you're gonna die.
I'll be fine.
Okay, where are you moving to, Astrid?
I thought I clicked it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So, as you begin to approach the bot, the air around you suddenly fills with cracking, ringing noise. Some of the larger black glass shards twitch and fragment, reforming into lizard-like beasts, maws of razors. Um,
Sorry, you cut out on my end. What'd you say?
okay, actually, hold on one second. Okay. Okay. So what I did is I read it this way. The area around you, as you're the body, the air around you begins to kind of crackle, and there's like this ringing noise that happens, and then you watch as some of the larger black glass shards twitch and fragment, and then the pieces that kind of fall to the ground kind of like twitch, and then they kind of come together and they reform into lizard-like beasts with maws of razor-sharp glass teeth. Okay.
Hmm.
And we are going to.
I'm trying to put this bless on Killian, Astrid, and Charon, and it's not taking effect.
Is it a ranged thing?
It is, but that's I don't think that's the issue.
Hmm.
Try that. Yeah, it's, for whatever reason, it's not adding it.
I need to change my dice here. And I want to do... Yeah. No, let's do that. Okay. Alright. You guys can roll initiative.
Did you say initiative?
Yes, I did.
Almost done.
Alright. You all set?
Yep.
Alright. Top of the order. Alright, so the first creature leaps forward to... are your tokens... Oh, wait a minute. Actually, your tokens are locked. Remember now. I know not.
You know what? I think I know why it wasn't taking it earlier.
Okay, so the first... So it looks like almost like a miniature dragon or drake made out of crystal, black crystal. And the first one leaps forward to go after Charon and takes some bites. Oh, this is her bless, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second one get Astrid on a square. The second one is going to come forward, go after Astrid, take a bite. And the third one, gonna come after Donnie. Wah, wah. And then the last one, they can do 30 feet. Is going to, oh, actually can get there. It's also gonna come after Donnie.
Do one of y'all want to see if Jordan's feeling better?
I think he probably just needs to rest.
See if he needs anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't think he
I mean, it's very
Yeah,
possible.
we could check that.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right. Karen, you're
Was
up.
that a crit?
I was a crit and I did shitty roll.
Hold on. I have a critical damage.
I'm
Okay.
currently looking at D&D Beyond because I discovered I'm supposed to have 2 cantrips that I don't have.
Okay. So Charon is going to swing with her halberd. Donnie, I guess, will vicious mockery on, we'll say, this one.
Okay.
And you failed.
and then we'll use a bonus action to grant Bardic Inspiration to Astrid.
Thank you.
So at one point in the next 10 minutes, you can add 1d6 to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Sick.
Melody.
I don't know how to add. Oh, what's. Okay. Back up first and foremost. And then. Donnie is surrounded, so I'll shoot that one. And that would be my turn done.
Hit the little green arrow.
Oh, right. Where's the combat tracker? There it is.
Which one is wounded? 1 and 4. Killian is going to go flank.
Was this from last night? Cool. Oh, I forgot about it, yeah.
And will attack with the longsword at advantage.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go between the space between Caron and Donnie?
Yeah, why?
Because that would take you into and out of range of this, wherever this one is.
Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, I have to in order
Yeah,
to
no.
flank, so.
What the hell? There we go. Put you back. All right. So as you go by, it takes a bite at you. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's Crystal Drake 1.
Wow. Am I good?
It's like Jordan's back. Oh, yeah, you're all thinking of thing.
And I will end my turn. Welcome back, Jordan.
Thanks.
You used a vicious mockery and then gave bardic inspiration to Astrid on your turn.
Feeling better? All right. I just cleared Donnie for you.
Okay, target this guy.
Feeling okay, Jordan?
Holly asked me to join.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked it. I was trying to ask if you wanted to. Sorry if I didn't phrase it that way.
Well, I can help with this combat. It's fine.
Okay, attack. And then damage. Whop.
Andy, just so you're aware, the cantrips that I forgot I'm supposed to have, I'm choosing guidance and mending.
All right. Sounds good.
What about like
Yeah.
an attack cantrip? Then again,
Uh,
you have a gun, so I guess it's a moot point.
yeah, I have a gun, so
Your cantrip is gun bang.
pretty much.
All right. You all set, Astrid?
Yes. I was gonna ask that +6, did that automatically put in guidance, or did I have to do that manually?
You would have to add it manually. I think you have to
It looks
declare it
like it
before the
added
attack.
it. D20 plus P4 plus 6.
Oh, yeah. So I guess it used it up.
Okay. I guess. All right, there you go.
I don't think guidance works is for checks. I don't think it works.
Yeah, guidance is not for
Combat.
attack rolls, but that was the bardic inspiration that she was talking about.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that
Okay.
stacks with bless.
I know there was like guidance in there. Some. All right. So one is. He's like right there in front of Karen. Beat up on Karen.
You know what? We could use some creepy battle music, huh?
You don't have creepy battle music on?
No, I've got ambient wasteland music.
Wah wah. So Karen ducks out of the way as the creature tries to bite at her arm. Chris Drake 2 tries to take a bite of Astrid. Astrid's right there. Misses. Astrid just goes over and pushes its snout away. Chips off one of its toothes. Oh, you know what? Let's see. I think number 3 is going to come over here to get pack tactics with its buddy, number 2. But as he moves away, Donnie, you can take an attack.
You'll need to share the map with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right, you weren't here.
I had it centered.
So, yeah.
So who am I attacking?
You're going to make an attack on Crystal Drake 3. It's the one that's right to the left of Astrid there.
If you want to.
I want to.
Okay.
Let me open my...
Oh, that's not. Alright, so Drake 3 is going to attack Astrid with advantage.
That was a critical fail.
Wah, wah.
I've got that
What?
sound somewhere.
Why did it roll 4?
Advantage?
Oh, because it's. Oh, you know what? Because I attacked myself.
Oh.
And it shouldn't be attacking Donnie. Alright. Attacking Astrid. Look at that. Alright, let's try that again. God damn it. I'm gonna do it again because it's supposed to be an advantage. Okay, so at least it's not a critical.
Give me back my.
Okay. And then number 4 is going to bite Killian. That you snuck up and hit him. Okay.
Charon will swing on the Drake again. Mwah. Donnie.
Sounds like my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and attack Crystal Drake 4 with. You said I used Bardic Inspiration and Vicious Mockery?
Yeah. Last round.
I think that just stabbing it might do more damage.
And you have
So,
advantage if you're stabbing
Do.
number 4, I think.
Yes, I will try to stab number 4 with advantage.
Nice. Good job.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I
Okay.
think I'll end my turn there.
So as you go over and you slam, what are you hitting it with your dagger? So you go over and like you stab it with the dagger, and you're actually kind of surprised that as you make connection with the side of this creature, a series of cracks and fissures begin to spread across the surface of its body. Because he's looking really rough. All right, and you're all set.
I think so, except cantrips and my Bardic Inspiration. Can those be used as a bonus action?
Bardic Inspiration is, I don't know how many you get per day. Cantrips are typically a standard action.
Okay.
Wait, that's at the bottom.
Then that'll end my
I was
turn.
in the process of looking up how many you get for inspiration. And I got sidetracked.
Okay. The melody shoots across the field, and bullet slams into Crystal Drake, and it shatters. Chunks of black glass gets strewn across the.
You can use Bardic Inspiration a number of times per day, equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum once. You regain any expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Killian?
Yes. I'm going to go up and flank Crystal Drake 3.
I thought you might. Oh, actually, that's not where I thought you were going.
Because that's the one that's Donnie had attacked and. Wait.
Oh, is that...
It's 2 that's most damage. So no. Can you put me back?
Where the hell were you? Right here?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll go there. Actually. There.
It's 30 feet.
What's Rupee want?
I can go move 35.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that's right, because of Orion. I get it.
Yep.
Jeff, go. Keep forgetting about that.
It's okay.
Good job.
I'll
Wait a
remind
minute.
you at every chance.
Nah, I appreciate it.
Don't think I can do anything else, so we'll end my turn.
I am going to turn around and I'm going to attack. Which one is this? 3? With my acid breath, 'cause I haven't done that yet.
Okay, so if you're gonna attack 3, you gotta unclick 2. 2, you got.
Thank you.
There you go.
Perfect. So,
Wait. So your breath weapon.
my breath weapon.
What kind of weapon is it? Is it a line or? You want to be careful that you don't catch.
Oh yes, that's a good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Each
I mean,
creature-
you can feel free to go over and acid breath Charon, but I don't know that.
5 by 30-foot line.
Yeah, so that would definitely get Charon, but would also get whatchamacallit, number 1.
Never.
I mean, she's
mind.
got a bless on her, so she has a bonus to her saving throw.
It's
Yeah, but if it was like a save that's great, but I believe she would still take half damage.
I don't want to friendly fire anybody this early in the game. I'll just hit it. All right.
Right. So
The sound effects in this combat music. Every once in a while, I'm hearing like a whip cracking and ha. So it's almost like listening to Lady Gaga.
okay, so alright, so he's got a buddy in range, so he gets advantage on that. Good.
Wow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Talk about
All right.
lucky.
Well, I got to do that again, so
Yeah.
number 3 is going to do it on effort again. Oh, and I
Oh
crit.
shit.
Nah.
And Astrid is down.
Uh-huh.
Charon, I guess, is going to continue fighting where she is. Unfortunately. Woohoo!
Right.
And it's still only heavily damaged? Dang it. Donnie.
Okay, I'll go ahead and move right here. And I'll attack Crystal Drake 3.
Advantage.
Does it get advantage even though I'm down?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so that would just be a regular hit.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Is she prone or
She
Is
is,
she-
yeah.
She's
unconscious.
She's unconscious. So she's not dead yet.
okay?
Not dead yet.
Just get out of my head.
Feeling
let
much
me-
better.
I feel happy.
Hit points. Okay, I want to. I should cast Cure Wounds on her then. Let me see its range.
It's touch.
Touch. Okay, I will run up to her like this. Actually, yeah, fine. Okay, and how do I cast it?
So you got her targeted. You should be able to just go for it and.
Like that?
Right, so Astrid is back up. And you got any bonuses that you want to do?
Um. No. I don't think so.
I usually want to go over and give, like, helpful hints, but, I think you can move, do an action, and then move, finish the rest of your move, right?
Yes.
Alright, so if you wanted to, you can move back behind the Drake.
Yeah, but now I'm connected to Drake number 2, and he'd have advantage.
Oh,
there.
good point. Good point. Wasn't even thinking about him. Okay, then never mind.
So I'll just stand here and look pretty.
Glare at number 3 menacingly.
Let's see. What all of damage?
All except for 3. Both 1,
1 and 2 are heavy.
1 and 2 are looking really, really rough. 2 more so than 1, but they're both really showing some wear and tear.
Right. Killian and Astrid both move after me, so maybe I'll target 1 and help Karen out. Or I won't. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, Killian?
We'll go ahead and continue wailing on this one. Can I use my action point thingy?
You've got an inspiration, so yeah, feel free to use it.
Forgot about inspirations.
I tried.
Don't forget to check it off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. Alright, Astrid. You're up. You have advantage on...
Oh, she's got to stand up. She's still prone.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a whole action standing up?
No, it's just half your movement.
Half
Oh,
movement.
okay.
And you're not going anywhere, so...
I'm not going anywhere now.
Yep. Yeah, so you're going to have advantage on number 2.
Yes. So let's wail on number 2 if I can. Why did that work?
Nice. Oh, why? Oh, you know what?
Because you
We're gonna
didn't
call
remove
that-
the prone.
Yeah, I forgot that part. Thanks. Okay, so we're gonna go over and take the ones that you rolled, and you rolled a 19. So that is a good hit. So you can go ahead and roll your damage. Nice. Okay. So 2 shatters. Goes throughing
It says it's
chunks.
dying.
Oh,
Never mind. You
yeah,
were
bad
right.
guys tend to die. Unless there's a specific reason to keep them around. Alright, anything else?
Negative.
Alright, move on. So... okay. Alright, so... Number 1 did not particularly like getting shot at, so he is going to leave Karen's area and go towards Melody. So Karen, go over and take an opportunity attack.
Nope.
You know what? And I try to help you guys. And take some bite at Melody. And that's a hit. Then number 3 is going to take a bite at Astrid. I was gonna knock her out again. I almost knocked her out again.
I guess we'll go for the advantage. Really? Really?
Oh, he's looking really, really hurt.
Okay, now I will run around.
Okay, so you get your advantage. Excuse me.
I'm reading something real quick. Vicious mockery just doesn't seem worth it right now. So I'll stab it. Oh my god. I will not stab it, it turns out.
Try.
Hmm.
Okay, anything else?
Well, I do have a question. If I were to get a second dagger, well, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, that's it. That is
Okay.
everything.
For
All right.
dual wielding.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what might give me 2 opportunities to stab something.
Oh, nice.
It's a crit.
All right. So Melody brings her sickle down onto the head, and you watch as the head, like, literally just shatter to a million pieces as the rest of the body just kind of stands there for a second and pops into a pile of black stone. So with him. Okay. Right. And anything else?
No, I can't really do anything else.
All right. Move on to Killian. Here you go, Killian. What are you doing?
Smack it. I guess it would help if I
Nice.
dropped it on the target.
Nice, but it's a crit.
It did not roll. Can you take that off and I'll...
Sure.
Seriously?
I love it. Hilarious.
Should I?
Yes.
No, I should not. Astrid. Fuck it
Do
up.
I roll which one do I roll with advantage? Because we're blanking it.
Yeah.
The damage or the first one?
The attack.
The attack, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't frick.
I got it. You're all set. You hit it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. So just okay. So you targeted.
Did that do anything?
You did 5 points of damage to him. Yeah. So he's a little scuffed up, but he's
So
he's
am I.
not enough. He's still around. Anything else? Okay. And so Crystal Drake is not happy about the flanking situation, but seeing as Killian moved into position, I'm gonna give Killian some love. So I'm gonna take a bite at Killian and completely miss.
The walking tin can.
This poor dragon.
Leave me alone! Bunch of bullies.
He just wants to run away now.
Oh, the buddies are going to kill. Holy crap!
Sick.
Damn. Alright, so with a final, what did she hit him with? Oh, so with a monstrous slam from her halberd, Charon goes over and like brings it right down on its back, and she like slams it into the ground, and as it hits, it just sends shards of black glass just flying in all directions. The last of the creatures.
Confetti, yay!
Okay. So, as the creatures die, you are left
I'm gonna grab some water. I will be right back.
You are left alone in the middle of this ring. What do you do now?
To heal.
Can I guess, inspect or like investigate the gems to see if I can figure out anything about them. Like the shards of whatever those creatures were.
You know, let me go. Depends on what to use. Probably say, either. I'll probably say nature check. Try a nature check. Okay, so you pick up like one of the shards of black glass or crystal, and you are fairly, you yourself have no like, but the one thing that you are fairly certain that this is not actually occurring
This is not actually what?
element, not a naturally occurring. I don't want to say element, but
Oh.
well, maybe an element. It's like it feels like it's like like crystal. It's like opaque. It's not like obsidian.
Right.
It's not obsidian, but it's not like it is. It kind of has almost properties of both. And that in and of itself is enough to go over and say, this is odd. This is not something I've never heard of anything quite like this before. So I am fairly certain that this is something that is not naturally occurring. This is not something that spontaneously happened. And you're fairly certain that it most likely is some side effect of whatever was the cataclysm of the morning.
Right.
Should we go investigate that body over there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the body. Probably, yeah.
And After, did you say that you were healing yourself or doing
Yeah,
something?
but I'm looking at my sheet. I don't think I have a way to heal myself besides the healer's kit.
Yeah, I mean, but you're up. The healer's kit is, they can use it on you. I believe any more death saves if you're like actively dying. So it's not like
out pretty bad. Sorry.
Oh, sorry about that. The healing kit just goes over it. It's like, if somebody's unconscious and actively bleeding out, normally you would have to make like death saves. The healer's kit just goes over it and gets them to like, I think 0, and just keeps them from having to continue to make those death saves. So it's not like a healing thing per se. It's just a way to kind of keep you around so that somebody can actually get to you, like a potion or a cure wound, whatever.
Unless you want to give us all the healer feat, and then it can, but
Yeah, don't push it. You can take some time into rest if you do that, or you can do that like after you look in the body or what.
I don't want to take a short rest here yet until we
Okay.
know that it's safe.
Gotcha.
You don't want a dune worm to just appear out of the sand.
It's a fallout hole.
Okay. So if somebody wants to take a look at the body, you can make up with a medicine check.
I'm not great at anything, but all of my checks are balanced, I guess.
+3 on medicine.
Well,
Okay.
I'll leave it to Karen.
Go,
No,
Karen.
Karen's good. All right, so Karen goes over and kneels down by the body, and she gently rolls it over, which in and of itself is a feat because it's badly burned.
Roberto
She
traded up to commercial insurance from Geico.
inspects the body. She is able to ascertain that the body was once human, that the burns on the body are electrical in nature.
ew.
And so but the alarming thing is that the body not only appears to be burned, but it also looks to be broken. Like like the way when she went over and she turns it over, it's almost floppy, like very ragdollish. And she kind of she looks around at you and she kind of makes the announcement that like every bone in this body is broken. Like it was like hit by an extreme bludgeoning, something like almost like something big and heavy fell on it and broke every bone in this body. Yeah. And I will say that when she flipped the body over, you notice that there's like a little glint of metal coming from this metal vial that is attached to the belt at its hip. And yeah, so if you take the vial, has anybody taken the vial?
I guess Karen will pick it up since she's
Okay.
at the body.
So Karen, she takes the vial, she looks at it, and she notices that there's like a little symbol on the front of it, and she can make a oh crap. I'm gonna say she can make a history or a survival check. I'm not even sure about survival, but okay. So yeah, she looks at the vial and she recognizes as depicting the sigil of House Tarasco. And she shakes the bottle, and you can hear the sound of thin. And she hands it to Astrid.
Hands it to me.
Yeah, and she says, "This should help you." And
okay.
yeah, she says, "Drink this." And
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. I'll do it.
okay.
I don't think they know what House Tarasco is.
I do not.
Okay, so House Tarasco is basically the healing house. So
Oh,
what's within the vial is actually a. All right, so you can roll 2d4 with put +2 in your modifier box, and add then roll 2d4. Okay, so you get back 6 points.
Lovely. Thank you.
It's like how fortuitous. Okay. All right. Now I know Jordan's not feeling great. Do you want to call it here and let everybody get dressed up, or you guys what do you do?
I'm
Oh.
fine with that.
we can call it here. That's fine.
Otherwise, fine with me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good point. So we're going to say that after up potion, you guys can continue following the lightning railstones there, and we will pick up from there the next time. With Lee being away, and until we go over, I think I might have something next week myself. So I'm going to say next week we will be off, and then we'll pick up in a couple weeks.
All right.
All right. So I will touch base with all you guys later on. Jordan, hope you feel better.
Thanks.
And I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Thank you
All
for
right,
the game.
have a good night. Thank you.